and carried about by every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Yeah, and another thing with polite, right? He said the Israelites worship Tammuz. It's in Ezekiel the 8th chapter. And I said, yeah, they worship Tammuz. They worship other gods because they were being wicked. But what happened to their black asses when the Most High said, I'm going to deal with them? Give me the ninth chapter. This is what happened to them.
This is the book of, give me 1 second. This is the book of...
For what they did in Ezekiel the 8th chapter and worshiping Tammuz and worshiping them other gods and giving their kids to Molech, this is what the Most High did to them, man. And you know what? Start at the very top and read the whole chapter. And the Most High going to do that again.
Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 1. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand.
That's talking about the angels. Go ahead.
And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth...
It's talking about angels, but angels come in the form of men. Go ahead.
Which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in, and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the Lord...
The brazen altar where they was, giving their babies, sacrificing their babies to Molech, weeping for Tammuz, praying and praising and cooking, baking cakes for the Queen of Heaven, which is found in the book of Jeremiah. You can get that and hold it in Jeremiah. Go ahead.
And the glory of the Most High, the power of Israel, was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Now that mark, when you go to the translation, the mark there is thawa, which means to be exempt from judgment. In other words, put a seal on that man in his head that when the death angels come, they're not going to touch him. Okay, go ahead.
And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
So the ones that didn't have that mark because they were weeping for Tammuz and they were worshiping Molech and all these other the calf the golden calf that goes back to Egypt. That's how Jeroboam split the tribes, split the kingdom of Israel, man.
Which shows that they were worshiping those things from Egypt. Because where did they know how to worship that from? From Egypt. When just before Israel got kicked out of Samaria, or the northern kingdom got kicked out of Samaria, it says that they were worshiping these idols secretly. What idols? The idols of Egypt.
And Babylon and the gods round about them.
That's right. Hold the mic, please. All right. It says, go ye after him through the city and smite, means to kill. The word smite means to kill. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Because when the angels come to do the Lord's bidding, they don't have pity. That's why the Lord, during the time of King David, when Satan jumped on King David to number Israel, the Lord caused an angel to go through there, and start killing Israel. And the Lord has set a certain number that were going to be killed, but the angel was slaughtering them so heavy that the Most High had to pull the angel back, from fulfilling all the people he was supposed to kill, because the Most High had compassion.
Yeah, I believe it was 3 days. The Most High gave David, because he counted Israel, and the Most High gave David 3 choices. Either to be run from your enemies for 3 months, I think it is, and there was, I think, famine for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was all on 3.
Yeah, 3 years of famine, or 3 days of the angel, jacking some of y'all up. So David said, "I'll go with the 3 days because that's the quickest, right?" But when the angel came down with such vigor that he damn near, I mean, he was going at it. When the angel, if the scriptures say the angels love to do the bidding of the will of the Most High. So if the Most High tell an angel to come down and destroy, he's not going to stop. And the only one that can intervene is the Most High. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And he's going to do it again. But the Most High is not going to pull the angel back this time. And not only is he going to have one angel, it's going to be a multiple amount, an innumerable amount of angels, man. It tells you there's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. We are the only ones that have the truth. All those other Israelite groups, they don't have the truth. And the Most High is going to jack them up too. That goes for Johanna. That goes for Nate. That goes for all of them. We're the true men of the Most High. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
7 years of famine.
Wow, 7 years. That's why they didn't choose.
Yeah, 7 years of famine, 3 months to flee before the enemy, or 3 days of pestilence among Israel in the land. All right, so back in these...
The pestilence was an angel that came down and just started killing them. And then when the Lord pulled him back, David looked up and saw a giant sword swinging over his head up in the sky. When Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai shows himself, is going to be the real deal. Okay, and I'm going to tell you just like it is. I'm not going to cry for you niggas either, man.
And that's just for counting Israel.
That's right. That's and the Most High made him count Israel. The Most High got his games. We got our. The Most High got his games, and we got our games. The Most High put the spirit on him. He used Satan. he had Satan go and tempt him and say, "Go ahead and count Israel, man." Mm-hmm. Then he got Joab to do it, and Joab said that's against the law. Mm-hmm. But David said, "Look, that's an order." So the Most High put the spirit on Satan to go deceive David, and then the Most High said, "Okay, since you did that, now I'm going to jack y'all up."
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's why it is written, "The fear of the Lord, the beginning of wisdom, is the fear of the Lord." That's why you're supposed to fear the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yep, this is back in Ezekiel. This is 9 and 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women.
Yeah, because the attitude that you're supposed to have, man, if you in this truth, and when this deal goes down and your woman ain't right, fuck your woman. She ain't gonna make it. That bitch gonna die. Okay? You're gonna get all kind of women. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get women on the other side.
That's right. I cite Lot. You know, the attitude Lot had. Lot didn't turn around along with his wife to look back. Lot kept it moving, man.
Hey, Lot said, "Fuck that bitch."
That's what he said initially.
He didn't really say it, but that was the attitude. I suppose
that's the attitude. You might as well have said it.
I told that dumb hoe not to turn around.
Yep.
What did the bitch do? Her stupid ass turned around.
That's right.
His actions basically said that. You know, like they say, actions speak louder than words. It says, "Slay utterly old and young, no matter how old you are or how young you are, both maids, which are virgins, you know, young women, young babies, and little children."
Yeah, young baby. You see, old and young babies.
Yep.
Man, a lot of you niggas are gonna bug out when the Most High shows His work, His strange work.
That's it. That's it. And we should note that none of these other groups are talking like that. All right. That's why Elder Tar made that statement. We're the only ones that got the truth, and it's a bold statement, but it's a factual statement.
It says, "and women." So if these women are so that you guys call are so divine, why does the Lord keep emphasizing them? Especially it says, "Slay utterly old and young, both maids," which are women, you know, young women. Some of them may be virgins or whatever the case may be, and little children, both boys and girls. It says, "and women." He keeps stressing on the women. If these women are so divine as you say they are, why does the Lord keep stressing on putting them to death? Yep. It says, "But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary." Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Back then, those when you go and read the 8th chapter, as Elder Tar was pointing out to you, they had the ancients of Israel that were worshiping these different deities and idols, these false gods, right? The priests. So the Lord said, begin with them. So in this time now, the Lord's going to begin with them that know that they're Israelites and that are being wicked and that are doing all manner of evil, that are committing adultery, and the Lord's going to deal with them. It says, but then it says, come not near any man upon whom is the mark. What mark? This knowledge, which is going to be your exemption